I was a little worried at first because he drew back and she was like, her butt was facing directly towards him. And I'm just like, oh boy, don't put that thing in his backbone, please.
So cold. I woke up this morning and I was like, oh, it ain't bad out. And Karen said, oh, when the sun starts rising, oh, it'll get cold. My hands are freezing, but I was really cool. We were in here like an hour and a half, and then we got up in the tree like 1 hour before sunrise, and we started hearing these like straight in front of me, there was a doe that came in, and then it laid down, and then it got up, and it moved over here and laid down for like an hour, and then the sun started rising so we could see, and it got up and started eating some leaves, and that's when I grabbed the bow and waited for the opportunity. So we don't hear any more like shuffling around from the deer, and I couldn't see it anymore, but Garrett thinks that we dropped it. So, oh man.
Do you want to go check your arrow?
Yeah. Well, I lost it. It's not. Do you see it?
Yeah, it's right there.
I'm blind as a bat and I can't see it.
Even with the
It's got a green tip on it.
You still don't see it?
I saw it when I shot it.
Oh jeez. It's literally right there.
It all blends in.
It's kind of at an angle, so in your defense. Why don't you?
My gosh.
I climb down. And then that way I can get you climbing down, you know?
Yeah. No, I really want to go see that arrow, so.
Depending on what we see on that arrow, we may have to wait for a while.
Come back up.
Well, I don't know if we come back out, but...
Or no, come back up.
Oh yeah, we'll come back up and just chill for a little while.
What am I looking for then?
Well, I'll go down with you, but
Oh, okay.
just need to see if there's blood on it, and if there is, what color it is.
Okay.
You killed him. See how dark that is?
Yeah. Let's go.
Nice, bro. So it's customary when one takes. Yeah, exactly. You know.
Just to clarify, this is gonna suck.
Yeah, dragging that poor sucker out of here is gonna be the worst.
This was the bedding area that she was at, and she was quartering to the tree that we were sitting in. And so she probably was bedded down for an hour. Yeah.
Oh, at least.
An hour, maybe an hour and a half. It got to the point where it was like 15 minutes before I shot that she like made direct eye contact with one of us. But I was just like, oh no, she saw us. She saw us.
Okay, so if you look, like from where she was bedding to up there where we were sitting, those junipers or whatever kind of like cypress evergreen trees that were directly behind us, those actually blocked our skylight pretty good. So she looked right at us, but I don't think she was able to really figure out what we were, so we didn't move. And our wind was perfect this morning. So there's like barely a wind and little tiny breeze was blowing south of us. So we were in the clear there, but I was a little worried at first because he drew back and she was like, her butt was facing directly towards him. And I'm just like, oh boy, don't put that thing in his backbone, please. And then
I just wanted to be as ready as possible.
Yeah, he was drew back, and I mean, like, soon as you pulled back, she like broadside, and I mean, it was so quick. She turned broadside, and he let her have it.
Yeah.
So it looked like a really clean shot based on what we could see in the footage, and the blood on the arrow looks good. So we'll probably hang out here for a little bit and wait until she dies, so she's not all worked up, and then it's the fun part.
Oh man, we don't have a cart. We just have
which is not saying much.
Not good. I can't even walk in the woods by myself without keeping myself up, let alone trying to carry a deer out with all the gear.
I told you we'd see deer if we came in here.
Yeah, well, you were on it.
One thing I did not expect was for her to come in before we weren't even fully set up. Like,
no,
luckily,
I was clanging around. I had the arrow in my hand for probably like 30 minutes. I had my arrow and I was just like about to put it back, and then Garrett's like, no, put it in there, put it in there. I was like, that's gonna be too loud.
It was thick, a lot of briars. We were basically crawling on all fours on some of the trails to get in here because it's just so overgrown, but it's worth it. It's gonna suck pulling that thing out of here though.
Had to send the pic to the boys.
Nate has found himself.
I found some blood here.
Oh yeah. Okay. So go ahead and mark that spot. Looks like she's headed off into the thickest, nastiest Ohio brush she can find. So this ought to be fun. She's heading off into the thickest part she can find.
Of course. Can't get me here.
See all this? It's like soaked into the ground right here.
Huh. Okay.
Oh my guy. How you feel? You carried your first deer out of the woods?
I'm tired, hot. Got the duck oven on by Sitka, so if anyone knows what that's about.
A little flete.
It's literally an oven in here. But yeah, got her out of here. Him, he, she. Didn't want liberal deers.
right. Me and Nasty are back at the truck. We got the little button buck. Turns out it was a button buck. So when it first came in, we had the red light on it. Looked like a doe. Later on, it turned out when we were reviewing the footage, it became clear that it was a button buck. But regardless, same difference. We're gonna take it down to the processor, have some snacks made out of it.
3.5 hours to find that guy.
Yes.
3.5 hours.
Yeah, it took us 3.5 hours, and the Indian had to come out and me tracking that thing. So we would go for like one little tiny speck of blood, and we suspected it was a liver shot, which when we were field dressing it, we were correct. So he nicked the liver, the lung, and then he did nick one of these small intestines towards the exit. But it was a really, really good shot, especially since first deer with a bow. Yeah, excellent shot there. I mean, I'm kind of happy that it all worked out the way it did.
Yeah.
But if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and like this video. Throw a comment. Say something down in the comments.
Yeah.
Arm's getting tired.
Keep it up.
Yeah, keep it up.
But we plan to release videos every Wednesday still, so we got a couple in the queue, so be looking out for those. Hit that bell so you're notified, and we'll get these snacks made.
Yeah. Until next time, you guys have a good day. I just forgot I had this. The Little Debbie's. Can't beat it, the Little Debbie's. So good!